What's up, world? It's your boy, the Hooper's Voice, and in this video, we're going to be talking NBA predictions.
I'm still seeing capital, putting on for the capital. Keep your gratitude, sick as 90s, baby. UK's ever seen.
Alright, guys, let's get started with Rookie of the Year. My Rookie of the Year, which comes as no surprise to anyone that knows me or follows the Hooper's Voice Instagram, is going to be Luka Doncic. No surprise. He's the most decorated rookie to enter the draft, in my opinion. 1 EuroLeague Rising Star and MVP in the same year, which is basically like winning Most Improved and MVP in the NBA, which never happens. On top of that, in that year, he won Final Four MVP and he's a EuroLeague champion, all in the same year. I mean, who does that? He's ready to play against men. He did it all in the second best league in the world, so he's ready for professional basketball. He's not going to hit a rookie wall, and also he has a really good chance to help Dallas get over the top and make the playoffs once again. Now, a lot of people may call me crazy, but I really think he can. And I guess we're going to have to wait and see, but I believe he'll have the most impact out of all the rookies. People say Ayton, Kevin Knox, Michael Porter Jr. I mean, that's cute and all, but they're not as good as Luka coming in the draft, and they're not going to be as good as Luka this year. Mark my words, Luka Doncic will win Rookie of the Year in 2019. Big facts. Now, moving on to Most Improved Player, I struggle with this one quite a bit all the time because there's so many people I could pick. There was Spencer Dinwiddie, Terry Rozier, but I had to go with Brandon Ingram. Because last year he averaged about 16 points per game. But with LeBron in town now, I think he'll boost up to about 22 points per game. He's going to get a lot more looks. He'll have a lot more responsibility. He is one of the better players on the team. Plus, only 3 guys on that squad can go and get their own shots, in my opinion, at a consistent rate. LeBron James, Brandon Ingram, and Michael Beasley. Now, Kuzma, yeah, but he's just going to be a second-year player. I don't see him making a big jump that Ingram can make. Also, there have been reports made that people in LeBron's camp think Ingram can be the Pippen to LeBron's Michael. Now, that's a bit far-fetched, but I do see his points going up from 16 to 22 points a game this season. And plus, they're going to be in the playoffs. Lord knows what seed they're going to be at, but they're going to be in the playoffs. So that helps. I don't think he'll be an all-star this year, but I do think he'll be the most improved player this year. Sixth Man of the Year. Now, this award is really dependent on the record of the team, and I think Boston might have one of the best records, if not the best record in the league this coming season. Now, I said Boston, so that gave it away. You know I'm going with Scary Terry. Now, Terry Rozier had an amazing 2017-2018 campaign, especially in the postseason where he exploded, embarrassing starting guards and starting lineups. And now, Kyrie's back, he's going to come off the bench. Rightly so. And he's going to go against backup guards and backup lineups where he's going to terrorize them. This dude is instant buckets against starters. So you can only imagine what he's going to do against the bench. That being said, Boston's going to win about 55 to 60 games, like I said. So that's my pick for Sixth Man of the Year, Terry Rozier. Man, Coach of the Year. Winning Coach of the Year must be a really cool accolade, right? Well, for some. Some others get shitted on or fired the next year, which is crazy to think of. 1 year you're Coach of the Year, next minute you're not even the coach anymore. Hopefully this next guy doesn't have any of that happen to him. My Coach of the Year is Boston Celtics head coach Brad Stevens. This shouldn't surprise anyone. He should be everyone's Coach of the Year. We saw what he did last year with an injured, depleted Celtics roster. And now we're going to see what he's like with a full, healthy Boston team. I have these guys getting 60+ wins, first season in the East. He's going to be great, and they're going to be great. Hence why he's my Coach of the Year, and he should be yours too. This next award is rarely spoken about by people, unless we're talking about 2K. And that award is Executive of the Year. Now, there are a few strong candidates for this award. Sam Presti, who managed to keep Paul George, get rid of Melo, and flip him for Dennis Schroeder. Or Masai Ujiri, who managed to get rid of DeMar DeRozan and his terrible playoff performances. No matter how mean it was, it had to be done. And gain Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard, which is also very impressive. But my Executive of the Year is Magic Johnson. He was able to get LeBron James, which is a big deal, because that takes that team from a lottery team to a playoff team, a potential contender. And then signed Rajon Rondo, JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson to minimum contracts. And on top of that, he was able to get rid of Luol Deng's huge contract, which will free up enough space for the Lakers to sign a free agent eventually. Lastly, the reason why he's my Exec of the Year is because if you watch any LeBron James, you know the team he starts with isn't usually the team he finishes with. And that's why I'm picking Magic, because I believe there's going to be a big trade happening just before All-Star Game or after, which will change the look of this team for the better. So that's my Exec of the Year, Magic Johnson. Now, for Defensive Player of the Year, there are usually regular candidates. Draymond Green, Kawhi Leonard, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, and that's who I'm picking. I'll go AD for DPOY. Now, on the On-Court, Off-Court podcast, I did pick Rudy Gobert, but when I went home and I thought about it, I had to go with AD, man. He's going to play with a chip on his shoulder, so he's going to be looking to swat a lot of shots and get a lot of rebounds. He's going to play angry. You know, Cousins left him, Rondo left him, so he's going to be tenacious on defense. Plus, he did say he's one of the best players in the league. Now, when you think about the top 5 in the NBA, you think LeBron, KD, Kawhi, AD, and Harden, correct? Well, 4 out of those 5 guys have won something. Whether that be an MVP, a ring, a Finals MVP, or Defensive Player of the Year. AD hasn't won any. And to truly be considered as one of those guys, he needs to win something. And I think this is the year. I don't see him winning MVP this year. So they're going to need to give him some this year, you know? And I think Defensive Player of the Year is what he's going to win. Not as a consolation prize. He's going to earn it. But I do believe he'll be the best defender in the league this year. And last, but by no means least, the Most Valuable Player Award. The MVP. Some people see this as the most prestigious award in basketball. I don't, but that's neither here nor there. The MVP is given to the best player on the best team. The best team is going to be the Boston Celtics in my eyes. And the best player is going to be Kyrie Irving. The Celtics will win around 60 plus games. Kyrie last year almost averaged 50, 40, 90. And I think he'll be doing the same thing this year. But with a few more points. I see Kyrie averaging about 28 points a game with about 6 to 7 assists a game. Maybe even 8. Who knows? But he's my pick. He's my lock for MVP. Now, a lot of people have picked AD and LeBron and Giannis. The reason why I can't pick AD and LeBron is because I don't see them being a top 4 seed in the West. It's just not happening in my eyes. I think the Lakers will be around 7th. I think the Pelicans will be around 6th to 5th. And I don't think that's enough to win MVP. Giannis, he will start out strong like he did last year, but he hasn't got enough gas in this tank to go a whole year like that. And plus, his supporting cast is terrible. I don't see them winning more than 51 games next year. Or maybe even 45, like who knows. The Pelicans are terrible. So that's my pick for 2019 MVP, Kyrie Irving of the Boston Celtics. And that concludes my predictions for the upcoming NBA season. If you like the video, hit the like button, share, subscribe if you haven't already. If you don't agree with my predictions, let me know, DM me. All the socials will be in the description below. And that's all, guys. Till next time.
Terry Rozier, man. Here checking in. Just letting y'all know y'all need to follow the Hooper's Voice. If y'all don't follow right now, y'all need to follow.